Hi there, happy Thursday. Thanks for joining me here tonight. We are doing some embroidery on the April Showers Embroidery of the Month, and we're actually turning them, all these little icons, into cute little greeting cards. So we'll be making another one of these tonight. I think we'll finish up the embroidery and we'll be able to sew it on. So that's the plan. Thanks for joining me here. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for the beginning crafter. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's a time that we can relax and craft together. Make something cute here. So, all right, working on the embroidery for April Showers again, and we'll take a look at that right now. All right, hello everyone. So we got all our stuff out here. Here is our pattern. I'm kind of loosely doing that right now. Here's the finished bundle all together here. All the little cute icons, and we've made a few greeting cards out of them. So we got a cute little sun, a snail, and then this one we made right from the bundle where we stitched right onto the pre-printed fabric. These other two we traced just so we could have a larger border around. But this one we cut out right from the bundle, and we're working on a couple more, or like one more like that, where we just picked another section on here and are stitching for. So this time we've filled in all the little characters with different ways of filling it, and I think we're gonna do, maybe a chain stitch for this guy here. So all right, let me check in on your comments here. All right, nice seeing everyone pop in. All right, I'm gonna zoom you way down here. Getting real close for this stitching here again tonight. All right, so this is where we left off last night. We kind of did this weird little sunshine with a short and long stitch, trying to kind of blend in that pink and orange together. And then we also did this flower with all of these little French knots filled in there. So that was kind of fun. I did like doing that. Okay, so for the last one here, I thought we could do another way to fill things, and we can do that with like a chain stitch. You can actually use stitches that you would normally use for like outlines, like a back stitch, or in this case a chain stitch. You can actually put them next to each other and fill in a shape as well. So I kind of want to do that here. I'm just kind of picking, like I'm thinking about a color in my head here. I'm using the colors from the bundle here, so we got our mess of colors here. I kind of want to do maybe a green butterfly, but is that weird? I don't know. We could do the chain stitch like going around the shape of the wings would be kind of neat. The other way we could do it is just go like straight up and down, and then it would almost look like a sweater. It would almost look like a knit sweater, but that'd be kind of weird for a butterfly maybe. So I think let's do green, just because we don't have any green in here yet. Maybe we'll make maybe we'll satin stitch the dots, and we can do those like different colors. But yeah, I think I kind of like the green, and we could do like a pink for the body or something like that. That could be kind of fun. I'm just looking at this green, and it's looking kind of pretty, so I thought, why not do a green butterfly? It'll be like a little kind of green moth. All right, so I think I'm going to use a larger piece of thread here. I'm still going to do the two, or that loop method that we've been doing all week here. Oh, Nolene says green is great. Sounds good. We'll go with it. Oh, I got both ends here. Let's just grab one. So with that loop method again, we're doubling up our floss. So if I want a bigger piece of floss, I gotta do that times 2 really. So let's do this. I'm doing a little bit bigger because if we fill in these whole shapes, that'll take a bunch of floss, and chain stitch happens to take a little more floss as well. All right, so isolating my one strand here again. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to put the two ends together and we'll start that way again. Oh, and we're using the chain stitch again, which does not work well with the loop method. So I guess we'll start. I don't want to do a reverse chain stitch. I kind of want to do just a normal chain stitch. So really, we could start this one with an away knot. But you know what? Here's what I'm going to do instead. Since I know I'm going to be covering up all these designs, I'm just going to do I'm going to just do it on the front. So this is a little goofy, but this is what kind of what you do a little bit when you're doing thread painting. Since I know I'm going to be covering up my design, I'm just going to put my loop on the front and call it a day. We'll just go like that and then go to the back, which is kind of weird, but like I said, we're going to be covering this up with stitches, so maybe it doesn't matter. So this is weird, but I think we're okay doing that. I'm going to just start by doing a chain stitch around this outline here. We'll start like that. And I'm going to just keep moving the piece so it's just easy for me to go like this right to left motion. Or maybe I'll do this the old school way, not the sewing method. Maybe I'll just do my comfortable little stabbing method here. There we are. So I hope everyone is doing well today. It's Earth Day, and so happy Earth Day, and we are doing a little Earth Day, basically, fundraiser. So we've brought back the herb garden, or the herb bouquet embroidery from last month, just for the weekend, like now through the weekend. And all the proceeds from that, so if you order any, like the iron-on transfer or the pattern or any of it, the proceeds will go to Urban Roots in town here. They teach kids gardening and like ecology stuff in East St. Paul here. And they even put together their own CSA so they can learn like entrepreneurship skills and that sort of thing too. So it's a neat program. So all the proceeds will be donated to them from the herb garden sales this weekend. Now through this weekend. So take a look at that, especially if you missed out on getting the bundle. And I also have a donate more button there again, like what we did for the koala. So if you do want to donate, you can do that as well. All right, I'm gonna tack this down just because we kind of hit like a. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna go back up in here. I'm gonna continue this arc as if it's like the full wing. So I'm gonna just continue it here. Instead of just doing an outline, we're filling it in, so we'll do that. There we go. So we could do, doing it this way, we could do these top wings a different color from the bottom wings. That could be kind of fun. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Maybe we do like green and blue wings, and then we can do like the warmer colors, like the pinks, or maybe like the oranges for the circles, or the pink. I think that would be cute. And then we could do the orange for the body here. So I think I'm going to actually just go right ahead and continue doing the next row of this. So we did one row of chain stitches here. I'm just going to do a whole nother row of chain stitches right next to it. I'm just kind of starting in the same spot, just a little bit down, and we are going to make chain stitches right next to the ones that we did, and this is going to cover up that first little stitch that we did too. So you do have to go, the chain stitch is it's a pretty thick stitch, so you can go over a little ways. It doesn't have to be right next to it, and it's still going to look next to it. But, oh, it's so cute already. I don't know why I don't do this more often, use the chain stitch as a fill stitch. I think it's just so sweet. So I'm going around that circle here. So we'll have to dig back into that circle later. Maybe we should have done the circles first. And maybe I will. Maybe I'll go back and do these other circles first. But I am liking how this is looking. It's pretty cute. I'm almost already out of thread though, which is fine. Good time to switch over and do those circles. Yep, filling up this whole wing with chain stitching tonight, Colleen. And I think I'm going to do satin stitch for the circles, and I think I'm going to switch to that as soon as I'm done with this thread. We're kind of doing it, this kind of turned into just looking at a bunch of different ways you can fill in shapes. Kind of starting with that little satin stitch of that robin that we made. That was just kind of random out of the blue, and then I was like, oh, let's do the sun. Then these French knots looked like they really filled in the space, so I was like, okay, well, let's fill in this space as well. All right, that's the last stitch there. I'm adding the little anchor stitch. So I have a little bit of floss left. It looks like I could get the rest of these in maybe 3 stitches. So let's give it a try. I might have enough, which would be great because that means I'll have enough for the next wing with this amount of thread. So I think we'll do this in 2 stitches. I'm just kind of going, I'm not going around in a circle this time, I'm just kind of going up to our little satin stitch circle that we'll do. Alright, put my little anchor stitch, and I think we'll do one more right here to fill in this little gap. There we go. That just gives it, all these different ways of doing it just gives a shape different texture, right? So the fun thing about chain stitches, you can't really see it here, but if you put them all in a row, like right next to each other, like vertical rows right next to each other instead of going around a shape, it actually looks almost like a knit shirt or a knit sweater almost. Like if you look at it like sideways like this, you can kind of see these first 2 rows next to each other start looking like a knit sweater. This is so textural though, I like it. Alright, I'm going to fill that in, or I'm going to weave in the ends, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill in those satin stitches because I'm not leaving really a ton of space to do that after this stitching, so I think it'll actually be easier to stitch the satin stitches first. Oh, thanks. Marie says the French knots look really nice. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that last night. I actually would love to do more of that as well. I should just do maybe not a whole embroidery that's all French knots, but we could do an embroidery that's just different way to fill designs. Like It'd be fun to do like a little some like critter wearing a cute little sweater, and we do the sweater all chain stitches like this. That would be kind of fun. All right, I think I'm gonna do the all those circles pink. So what do I got for pink floss here? I got a little bit here. Oh, this is probably plenty for a couple of the circles, because those circles are really small. So this might get us at least one circle. And I'm going to still do the loop method with the two strands. The one strand folded, just because I think it fills the space a little bit faster. There we go. And I'm going to just loop it behind some stitches that are already there. I think that's quick and easy. So going in the backs of some stitches and then grabbing that loop. There we are. Okay, so this is going to be a hair tough on this one, because I did stitch, oh shoot, I stitched all that green already. Of course I already pulled it off the needle. So I'll have to kind of dig in there. So that's why I decided, we should do these satin stitches first. Trying to see that circle shape in there yet. I think it's going to look cute though. Aw, this pink and green are cute together. Just trying to lift those stitches up a little bit to see where that line is. Just tucking it in here. The other ones will probably look at like this too, with the pink being a little covered up, which is fine. Looks like a little mint or little pistachio ice cream or something here. Aw, it's sweet. I like the little pink circle. I think that looks good just like that. And I think I have enough for this bottom circle as well. I'm going to start on the same edge, even though it's the farthest away. Oh, I have not. Someone mentioned it went by pretty quick. My comments are weird now on Facebook. They go by a lot faster. But about those rotary cutters that are pinking shears. So I've never used one before. I know about them. I've never used one, but I've heard that you don't want to use them with your nice acrylic rulers because they'll like chop them all up. Oh, Jenna's finishing up a cross stitch project tonight. That's awesome. Those buggers take forever. You think like with a tiny little cross stitch, oh this is little, it'll go quick, but cross stitch, it always takes a lot longer than you think. And I mean, like, we're filling in the shapes here. I don't think we'd be able to fill in a cross stitch area at the same speed, for sure. Oh, look how sweet this little dot is. We should try a little cross stitch on here though sometime. I actually started in the embroidery land when I was little, by doing cross stitches. And man, there's so many fun designs and designers out there now. It would have been awesome to have access to that when I was little. It was basically all that was available were like really small Santa Clauses or giant wildlife things. I actually have one of those that I never finished. Uh, so that's sitting around here somewhere without the chart. It's just just an unfinished embroidery, or not embroidery, unfinished cross stitch. I should take what I have done and just like doodle on, like sketch on it's like a tiger, not a tiger. It's like a, okay, this is what it is in my head. I'd have to actually look, but in my memory, it's like a lion cub or something, right? Some lion cub, wildlife, whatever. That's like, I don't know, 11 by 17 or something, like kind of big. That seems like a little bit big, but in my head it's pretty big. um, and I'm totally not done, but I think I'm pretty far with it. So it'd be fun just as a weird art project, because I know I don't have the instructions anymore and I don't want to spend the time to actually finish it, but it'd be fun to just like doodle on like a line drawing of the rest of it, kind of like cartoony, and then just like embroider that on it and then just call it a day. Oh man, I like that idea. It's so stupid, but I think, man, I'm gonna have to find that thing. I know I have it, and I know where to look for it actually too. I'm gonna have to dig. I think that'd be funny to pull out here again. Oops, what's happening here? One thread didn't pull as like the other one. Alright, we're fine now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to find that and finish it up kind of weird and then call it done. Turn it into a pillow or something, I don't know. Goofy. So I'm thinking I don't have to be like multimedia art, exactly. I don't have to be like super perfect on these circles, because those edges are going to get kind of covered up by our chain stitches. Actually, these chain stitches are taking a little time, well, and these satin stitches too, so I don't know, I think we'll still get to sewing tonight. If not, we'll do that tomorrow. We'll definitely finish these cards this week for sure. This little grouping here. I could just see making a zillion of these though. I think these would be like cute teacher gifts on cards, and Mother's Day gifts, just like a nice card. Just quick to stitch up all these little fellers, and I don't know, I'm having fun with it. I'm definitely having fun with the cards. Well, it like doubled in temperature here today, so it was like 30 something yesterday, and today it was like 65 towards the end of the day here. It's just so goofy how much that fluxes. I think I'm gonna weave in the ends over here. So John and I went for a little walk this afternoon. We're both like so tired though today. I'm trying to do my little exercise morning routine again that I stopped like all of COVID basically. Man. So I think that's why I've been getting up several hours earlier, and I'm reading my book and having my coffee, then riding the bike and reading my book a little bit more, then like just having like a whole morning, and it's been awesome, and I'm getting a bunch done in the morning, but holy cow, by early afternoon I am zonked out. So I don't have the mix of it all quite right yet. So I don't know. Maybe I just have to drink more water or something. That could be. And in theory, get another hour of sleep. But I'm liking getting up that early, so we'll see. Oh, Marie says they had that 2 days ago where it just kind of doubled in degrees. Oh, Amy, it snowed by you today, Eep. Yeah, that's how it was yesterday here. Yes, Kimberly, so several hours earlier. So for a while, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I just need the sleep. And I should just try and... I'm not going to get up early. I'm going to just get those extra couple hours of sleep, which is great. I was sleeping more, but I was still kind of tired, and I wanted to, or I'm like, okay, this isn't working. I'm going to try doing my whole get up early and exercise thing, which was awesome for the first couple of days. It's only day 3 here. But I just get super tired in the afternoon, and now I'm remembering, oh yeah, when I was doing this every day in the morning, going to the Y, before we stopped going to the Y, I was getting super duper tired during the afternoon as well, so I don't know. I don't have the mix of it all just right yet. And maybe it's just acclimating to it for a couple weeks. I don't know. That is the state of the state here. Getting up a little earlier. I have been going to bed earlier too, but I think I need to, a lot earlier. So I feel like I'm balancing it with the going to bed, but I think I need to go to bed maybe a hair earlier too. But I think I need to add the more water and give it a week or two before I judge it. So just let myself be tired for a few days and not get too crazy about it. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm going all the way to the center here. These are cute little green wings. I am going to do blue for the bottom wings. I think that'll be sweet. So I'm just kind of continuing that line as if that line existed. Going to the center. And it's okay if I leave a little space in that center, because I do have that body line to do yet at some point. Oh, this is cute. All right, little anchor stitch. I mean, this would be cute just as an outline too, I think, but we're filling it in. I'm having fun doing that. Oh, see, I'm not a good napper. So Kimberly says, I did hear that if we are not sleeping but resting, you're 80% of the benefit you get from full-blown actual sleep. See, I'm scared to nap during the day, when I'm tired, because I'm afraid that I won't be able to fall asleep later, because I don't fall asleep well, and when I do get in an exercise routine, I do sleep a whole lot better. So that's a huge benefit. So I'm nervous about messing that up with a nap during the day. Oh, Amy, that's a great schedule. Amy says I get up at 5:45, so I get done with work by 2. You know what? That's actually kind of been a little bit of the deal. So I'm getting up, again, this is 3 days of doing this. So I'm talking as if, oh, this is when I get up, but it's very new. So I'm getting up around that time, 5:45, 6-ish for the last couple days. And going to bed early and stuff too, but it is about by 2, 1:32 that I'm oh my god, I can't even use my brain anymore. I literally can't think past anything. Like you could stop me and I don't even know. Oops, I don't even know what I'm working on. So that's the new state of the state problem. All right. Oh, Sylvia says that's why I'm on the treadmill. I need to sleep. Yeah, so that's we got this bike and I've been loving it in the morning. Now that I'm trying to get this routine going again, but when I was doing it, I was loving it, and I'm loving it again for these 3 days. But yeah, I gotta work out my afternoons, man, because that ain't working yet. Maybe it's just down the water that time of day and go for a walk or something. Maybe that'll be enough to fix it. Ugh, but I love my mornings again now. I wake up and I make my coffee and do the dishes while the coffee's going. So then we have a cleanish kitchen. And then when the coffee's done, I get a nice big cup of coffee, which is the best part of the day. And I sit in my chair and read my book. And then when my coffee cup is empty, I'm like, bummer, my coffee is empty. But that's my signal, like, okay, now it's the next part to ride the bike. So I get my 1 cup of coffee, then I get on the bike, and I still get to read my book. So I'm reading the book on the bike, which is necessary because otherwise I die after 3 minutes. But I'm trying to do like 20 minutes just to get started. I'm hoping to amp all this up, but like for now, having not done it forever, I'm just trying to get that 20 minutes in, which would be impossible if I wasn't reading at the same time. So that's my chance to read a little bit more of my book, and then I can shower and get ready and still have time to get a few tasks done before getting the day going. And it's been awesome. I love that feeling. But man, it's all dependent on that getting up in the morning, which is tough for me. And that's all depends on going to bed early, which is tough for me too, and actually sleeping when I go to bed, which is tough for me as well. So that actually might be why I'm tired as well, because I'm just trying to jumpstart this thing again, right? So just trying to get used to getting up early and trying to fall asleep earlier and stuff. Oh man, but anyway, if you cared about any of that, that's what I'm attempting these days in the morning. All right, I am freaking loving this green for the butterfly. I think it is so adorable. I'm going to do the blue now for those bottom wings, and I just think it's looking awfully sweet. Cuter than I thought. I want more things with green butterflies in now. Like, it would be cute, just like a whole pile of like green butterflies, like in a little, in a little frame of some sort, a little circle. Ugh, it'd be cute. All right. Found a long piece here that's plenty good with some pieces left in it. So I'm going to grab a string from here. This will be the bottom wings again. Ooh, I like him. Oh, Amy says it'll get better. The getting up. Yeah, the real trick, I think, for me is not to have a day that I just decide to stay up late. Which, when I'm tired, I do tend to stay up later because the active decision-making mechanism, I think, doesn't work as well anymore. So I don't want to go to bed. All right, I'm going to latch onto some of these loops again. Sometimes you just want to stay up. And that's a habit. That's gonna be a problem. Oh, Sylvia says it looks like frosting. That would be a fun embroidery pattern, like a fun like birthday cake or something. All right, I think, where should I start here? I think I'm gonna start. Oh, let's go on the line. I'm gonna start right here. Kind of go in the opposite direction. I'm gonna go right on the line. Oh, Colleen says, we care about your sleep and exercise. That's nice. I am kind of failing at the water stuff, though, so I think that's gonna be, it's all an experiment. I kind of run these all as experiments. Probably drives John crazy because all of a sudden I'll completely switch up a routine. I'm like, nope, I'm experimenting. This is the experiment now. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. That's the new experiment. But I think adding to adjusting it tomorrow, I'll have to make sure to drink a bunch of water and see if that helps. Oh, Linda, I love that idea. So Linda is saying using these little guys as an idea to fill in like little spaces on a quilt. Oh, could you imagine having like a little quilt and then like discovering a little butterfly somewhere on there? Ugh, how sweet. That would be fun. Oh, now I want to do a quilt with a whole bunch of, like, secret embroideries hidden in it. Like, think about, like, a patchwork quilt, like, just squares. Let's just call it squares. And there's a bunch of little white squares, and then, a bunch of a cute little pretty other color. Like, even, like, this, like, pale green would be so cute. So, like, white and pale green. And then every once in a while in those little white squares, just like maybe 4 in the entire quilt, or maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 in the entire quilt has a little stitched guy in that kind of matches that green with a couple other little colors like this butterfly. Ah, it'd be so cute. Oh, Kimberly says, please do drink water all day long. You will not believe how you feel when you're fully hydrated. So I was doing that for a while. I don't know, it's just like I'm not good at keeping habits. I think that's really my problem. Like we go do something or like we go somewhere and then I can't get back on the habit. But there was like, or, I put all these rules in my head in place, but then like those will go down the drain. So like for a while I was like every time I wanted a cup of coffee, I had to have like a full glass of water before. And I'd have like a smaller cup of coffee. So I could have like a couple like little baby cups, like literally like these teeny tiny cups. Like a quarter of like a tall cup coffee. And I'd have one of those because that's like my treat is my coffee. And then I'd drink a full like glass, like a pint glass of water after, and I wasn't allowed to have like the next tiny cup of coffee until after having that glass of water. And I was a zillion times more awake than ever by doing that. So I was remembering that today, and I'm like, you know what? That has not been part of this new wake up and exercise experiment yet. So that'll be tomorrow. That will be the deal tomorrow. Ooh, Amy, that'd be cute. Amy said I could, or says that I could do a little embroidery on the granny square quilt. That would be kind of fun. Like, just a couple little secret embroideries on there. Or like one little secret embroidery, maybe. Okay, that's cute still. I like the blue. We could, if we were getting crazy, we could do like what we did with the sun a little bit here and add some blue to this wing a little bit to bring in some blue to the top. But I think we'll leave it clean and simple. I'm just gonna let it be. So, all right, I'm gonna do this other side. Oh, should I get a new thread? We'll use this till it's up. I might need a little bit more blue later, but maybe I'll just make the stitches a little bit bigger. So I will report back on the water situation tomorrow. We'll see. Add that to the experiment. Oh, interesting. Nolene says you should drink water before coffee. That's what they do in Europe. Actually, that's what I think I was doing. I was getting up and drinking a big cup of water. Actually, I've been good in the morning. It goes downhill right after the morning. Right after my morning routine, it all goes downhill. But yeah, I've been drinking one of those pint glasses of water while the coffee is brewing, and then I'll have the coffee. But I have to do it. I'll get more. I think I'll do like throughout the day after that. Maybe I'll switch to a really small coffee cup, because I don't actually drink a ton of coffee, but I do have like a smallish mug. I don't drink out of giant mugs, but I do have a smallish mug of it in the morning before my bike ride. I gotta finish that first cup of coffee, and then I still want to keep reading, so I do that on the bike. But for the rest of the day, maybe I'll switch to a smaller. We have even teenier mugs. And I gotta drink a full glass of water before I'm allowed to have a little bit more there. Maybe I just gotta put some rules in place again. Oh, man. Alright, I only did one stitch here. I think that's fine. I think this spot could maybe get two, though. We'll have plenty of floss left. I was thinking we wouldn't have enough, but keep forgetting these are itty-bitty tiny shapes here. They don't take as much floss. One last stitch here. Okay. Very cute. I really like how that turned out. It's just so sweet. I think even if I did the whole thing green, I think that would have been pretty cute. But it's fun to use all these colors. Doing the blue here kind of brings in the blue from the rest of the piece too. So, all right, I'm going to switch to orange, and we'll do orange for the body. And I think I'm going to do that. I was thinking I would do it with chain stitch, but I think now I might just do it with some back stitch, because then it'll be pretty similar to how we did the wing on this robin, this bird here. So it'll kind of bring back that idea. Then it'll make it seem like we were very purposeful by doing the back stitch on the wing, because we're doing it again here. So I think that's what we'll do. It kind of like, I love how it kind of just insets into that satin stitch a little bit, because the satin stitch is so poofy. I think that's kind of sweet. So I'm thinking maybe we'll get a similar effect here if we just do a back stitch. All right, let's do that with the orange. Do I have any more orange kind of hanging out here? Yeah. I think this might be enough for a couple back stitches. We're going to go for it. The loop method is goofy because you can't, like, after you use a piece, if you have a bunch left, you can't really reuse it unless you're like folding it in half again to make it even smaller. So it's a little different than doing our normal way of just weaving in the beginning and the end. But I'm having fun playing around with it. All right, so I'm gonna, let's do the loop method within the actual stitch this time. All right, so starting that back stitch, just starting on the bottom here. All right, let's grab that loop. All right, no problem. Oh yeah, the little back stitch, that's looking cute here for sure. Cute. All right, one more stitch on the body and then we'll get his little antenna. Will just be like 2 little short stitches. Cute. I really like how this chain stitch turned out as far as a fill stitch. I mean, it really adds a ton of texture. I mean, it's definitely different than a satin stitch. You got this whole shiny, poofy little satin stitch here. This is a completely different look. This almost looks like we've appliqued a little piece on top here. Cute. All right, there we are. We got our 4 little fellers done. They're all a little goofy, but I like them. It was a fun experiment for sure. All right, so I'm gonna weave in the end here, and we'll get this prepped for stitching on the card. So I just turned my iron on now so it can warm up a hair, just to kind of get the edges that have been in the hoop, kind of just get that pressed a little bit before stitching. All right, done with you. It's so sweet. All right, so I'm going to take that out and let's get this ready to stitch. And again, I'm trying to make it like this card here, where we cut out near, let's get this out first, where we cut out, we have all these other guys here, so we're going to cut, close to these other guys, but still get like enough space around to sew. So I've been using, with this one here, I used like a 2.5-inch ruler. I think that worked well, so I'm just going to kind of frame it in there. I'm going to just put a dot on the ends, and then I'm going to attempt to cut with the pinking shears, again, like what I did here. I just sort of eyeballed it. I mean, you can kind of tell it arcs funny there. And this cute little tie, we'll do that again. I love that. It really turned into like a little mini quilt after putting that in. And actually, imagine these as large quilt blocks, like if we did them with applique or like foundation paper piecing. This would be cute as an actual real quilt, I think. Anyway, side note. But this is basically what we're trying to accomplish here, just with these other bits here. So, all right, I'm going to get up here again. So bear with me here. Sorry. Okay. So I'm going to get my just pressing mat out here. And again, I just want to kind of get rid of the circle around it just real quick. So I'm just kind of going real quick around here. Don't want to totally squish them or spend too much time on it, but there we go. I think that did the job just fine. All right, and let's get our little itty bitty mat here. Fun. All right, so I'm gonna grab some glue again. This is my little glue stick. You can just use some water-soluble glue. And Colleen, awesome. Colleen says I'm going to drink an 8-ounce water before my 8-ounce coffee tomorrow. Dang, 8-ounce coffee. That's a big coffee. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of time trying to center this in here. So I'm about a quarter inch away from those 2 pieces, but not from this bottom. It's kind of hard to tell through this ruler here. So I'm going to just take a little time to do that. Oh, the flower is kind of big. So this isn't going to be perfect, but I'm just trying to center it good enough here. How high are we up there? Alright, I think that's going to do it. So I'm just going to put a little dot in each of these corners. We'll see how well we did. Yeah, that looks like they're all in the square. Alright, fine. Now I'm going to get my pinking shears out again. So that's the scissors with the little triangles in it. You can just use a normal scissors. That would look totally fine too. I just am using it for a decorative edge more than anything else. I think it's kind of fun. So, okay, I'm going to go from one line to the next. I'm going to stay like towards the outside of the line. Alright, I'm aiming towards that other blue line up there. This is totally a winging it situation. Alright, chop that off. Oh, I think I lost my little blue line here. I did. Shoot. Alright, it's right there. So this one right here. So I want to leave enough to sew around later. But I'm still trying to get it sort of square. And clearly, I could be making this way more perfect if I just cut it straight with the ruler. But we're doing a good enough job here. Oh, it looks like immediately more finished after cutting it out. Oh, that's so fun. Alright, not bad. And I could still, if I wanted to, I still could do like a couple like singles out of here if I wanted. But if you wanted to do it like, you know, like these ones, just trace and then leave a bigger space around it. That's how these ones are done. Okay, let's get our card. So this is my last card that I have here, for myself at least. I want to let you guys to be able to have some in the shop yet. So this is the last card that I stole. All right, I want it. I always like these again a little bit raised up a little bit. So you could put it right in the middle. I mean, that's kind of cute too. It is kind of cute, but I don't know. In art school, they always have it up a little higher. Because how we look at how our eyes read, at least in the US, is top to down, or like left to right, top to bottom, and so our eyes sort of kind of adjust it automatically to be a little in the center. So if you actually put it in the center, we kind of read it as a little down too far. So I don't know if any of that theory is true, but I remember that sticking in my head. So I always like have it up a little higher. I think that looks just pretty. So I think I'm going to aim for it about right there. All right, let's get some glue on it. You could mark that with a pencil, but we're eyeballing it tonight. Oh man, Marie says, is asking, is that the Panasonic iron that you're using? I just ordered one. Please tell me what you think of it. It is so it's a cordless iron. It sits in a base here. So there's the base. It just sits sort of nearby. It's not flat anywhere. So it doesn't have like a flat piece, so you can just put it, set it on a flat surface. They do actually make one like that, but I like that it's not, because first of all, I can use both points, which is great, but it forces me to put it back in in the cradle. But I can have the cradle kind of like an arm's length away, and I can iron without getting the cord. It is in my top 5 favorite craft room / quilting items. I freaking love it times 20. So I hope you like it, Marie. The not having the cord is a huge game changer. All irons should be like that, and I love it. Love it. All right, so I'm just putting a little, I'm going to go around this whole thing, and I think I might put some in the center too. This is just some glue. I want to go kind of fast though, because this is just like, normal, quick drying glue. And really, I only need it temporarily before I sew, but if it does stay down a little bit longer, glued to the paper, that's going to be fine too. Extra security there. All right. Absolutely love the iron. Oh, Amy has the iron too, and she says that she likes it. Oh, landscape would be cute too. That would be really sweet. I'm going to stick with the kind of vertical, the portrait style. But yeah, horizontal would be really cute. We should just, one of these days, like on a Finish It Friday, well, I think we have a few more of these cards left, but one of these days I'll restock them, and we'll have a Finish It Friday where we just make a whole pile of cards, because you can take like little fabric scraps and kind of make collages and stuff on these cards and sew them on. You could do a little like quilt piece on it. It's a great way to use scraps. Just even a single like triangle scrap sewn onto a card just is so neat too. I mean, you can do so many things with fabric and cards that we'll have to, I think I put this on a little crooked, but who cares? One of these days we'll have to do a Finish It Friday where we just make a whole pile of them, I think. All right, so again, remember to open it up before you start sewing, and I'm saying that from experience. I had to throw away one of these cards because I sewed through both layers, which it totally sewed through really easily, but then I think I got like halfway around and I'm like, no, I sewed it shut. And, this is not going to go back to normal like fabric will, so just another friendly reminder to leave it, to like have it open when you sew. All right, this will go super fast. I know we're right at the end of our time here, but this goes so quickly here. So I'm starting at the lower right-hand corner, and I'm going about 1/8 of an inch or so in. You can go however far you want. I'm going to do a little back tack too. With the ones that I had the bigger border, I went like a full 1/4 inch. I'm just kind of going like in the middle of the edge and our piece, really. The edge and our stitching. All right. I love the sound of it when it goes through the paper, though. In theory, I could maybe go one more stitch, but I think we're fine. All right. There we are. Oh yeah, this is a good spot. So you might have to bend the card a little bit, just up like this, so it fits in the neck of your machine here. All right, that looks good. Fine. In theory, I could get. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put one more stitch in. There, that's probably a little closer. Yeah, that looks better. Oh, that little robin is so cute. So silly. Okay. Just trying to see what the good pivot point is there. There we go. And I think I've got to put like one more stitch down here. Yeah, we'll just back tack. They won't perfectly meet up there, but that's okay too. that adds to the hand done, hand sewn, well, not hand sewn, but like home sewn, let's call it like that. Scissors, where are you? Home sewn feel to it. All right, so let me just trim off these little ends here and we'll take a look at it. Oh, and we got to put a little tie in as well. Let's do that yet. So here's it sewn down, looking all cute, but I do want to put, I think this is just like a sweet final touch, like a little quilt tie in there. So let's maybe do the green. I'm kind of digging this green all of a sudden. Here's a little scrap of green. Let's use this. Ugh, and I've messed up the end there. So this actually went through really easily yesterday, so I'm not as worried about it today, or 2 days ago when we did this. So let's kind of get sort of in the center here. Yeah, no problem. And I'm going to kind of come up, not in the same hole, a little bit over. There, good. That's all I needed to do. Let me just snip the needle off of here. Tie this into a little square knot here. A little short, a little tricky to tie a knot. I could have left it a little longer. All right, and now I'm going to just snip it. I always do like maybe like a finger width. I'm going to go a little shorter, but it's cute. I think we'll just do it separately. We'll do that guy about another 1/4 inch off, and that guy another 1/4 inch off. Cute! Alright, so there it is with the tie. I did a little bit shorter tie than last time. I think it's kind of sweet though. So there is our finished like little quilted card. Oh, love it! And here's the like outline version. So we played around a little bit this week. Played around with that filling in the shapes. I do think just the outlines though are really, really kind of sweet. I do like that butterfly though. I think he turned out fun. Awesome! So I'm really happy with these. I just want to make a zillion more of them. Patty says this would be cute, couching a name on it. Oh, you totally could do that. So couching is when you just tack down some, like you can put like yarn or anything on here and you just tack it down with some stitches. I know we've done that a little bit before, but yeah, you could just write a name in it. You could write it in pencil first and then just kind of trace it with the stitches. That would be really cute. Yeah, you could just stitch right on here. Or, you know, even a separate little piece of fabric that says a name on, like it's a plaque right underneath would be really cute. Oh, you could free motion quilt. You totally could do that too. I wonder what it's like free motion quilting on these. That'd be kind of interesting to try. But yeah, we'll play around with these cards again sometime for sure. I think we did get more orders of them today, so I'm not sure if we have any in stock anymore, but you can check. We might have a few of these. They come in, I'm selling them in a set of 2 with envelopes, so they all have envelopes as well. Little craft paper envelopes. So check that out. I'm thinking I might want to keep these in stock, though, because they are really fun. It'd be fun to just make more things out of them. So check that out. If we have them there yet, I'll have to check that tonight, too, as well. So awesome, you guys. All right. I love how they turned out so much. They're so cute. And we have one more day of the week, so we'll have to, maybe we'll do one more of these tomorrow. We'll see, or I'll come up with something. Maybe we'll actually look at the that apron with the iron-on transfers for a little bit. We could prep that and work on that a little bit too. That'd be kind of fun. So awesome, you guys. Thanks again for working on this with me and playing around with these cards. I know it's a little different than our normal embroidery of the month, but it's been really fun to play with. I'm having a good time. So awesome. Thank you again, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Good night.